Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Tabitha Yount, the owner of Elegant Homes and Interiors, and come on here and tell me hello. Let's chat today. I want to talk about my why and why we actually started the Elegant community. But come on here and tell me hello. I've been trying to go live for quite some time now and it just keeps pushing me out. So let me know if you guys can hear me and let me know all the different things, because I'm like, am I on here by myself? This is probably the 6th time I've tried getting on here today. I don't know why. Hello Lynn, hello Tricia, hello everyone. Come on here and tell me hello. Okay, I'm gonna get started because I have a lot to share today. I don't know why. I've had a lot of caffeine and I'm ready to visit. So I'm gonna take you back when I first started doing interior design, which is a long time ago because, you know, I'm older than dirt. So come on here and tell me how you guys are doing and tell me where you're coming from, okay? One of the things I really wanted to share, because I keep getting all these questions this week about interior design, and all of the same common questions are coming in. And I'm going to tell you why and what they are. When I first started this, I actually did consulting in college. When I did consulting in college, because it's something that I really absolutely loved doing, and I loved getting to know people. I love people. I've always loved people, and that's one of the things that I did. And I realized that I was really good at color. And so when it first started, I worked for a little boutique in St. Joseph, and it was called the Country Boutique. And I worked there part-time, and that's how Sherry, my seamstress, and I met each other. So in college, I did a lot of consulting, but I was in college, and I ended up going through college and getting a nursing degree, which a lot of you guys don't even know that. So I had a nursing degree. Jason and I got married, and then I graduated out of college, which wasn't very far after we got married. And I started my career in nursing. And I kind of got out of the consulting. I didn't do very much of that anymore. I didn't go into people's houses as much and things like that because I had graduated and I wanted to be a nurse. So I started practicing nursing. And then as we started doing this, I loved it. I had great doctors that I worked for and everything. But the problem is I wanted to have a family. So once I started trying to do that, Jason and I started to have a family. I thought, you know, I really don't know that I want all this time and spending all this time being a nurse. So he said, you know what, why don't you just stay home and be with Lexi after we had her, which is a whole nother story because we had infertility problems. And we tried for many, many years. And he said, I knew you weren't going to go back to work. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Debbie. Good morning. And he said, I knew you weren't going to go back to work. He said, why don't you just stay home and take care and be a stay-home mom? At that time, I thought, oh, I don't know. But as soon as I held her in my arms, I knew in my heart that I was supposed to be a mom. That was my calling. That was just my thing I was supposed to do. And I thought, so you know what? I'm going to stay home. I'm going to take him up on that offer. God had blessed us in that he could financially do that. And so I stayed at home with Lexi. And, you know, it was going good and things were fantastic. And we did that. But as time went on, I started to get, Lexi was actually 3 and Gracie came along, and you know, your life is moving along. And I really had this earning to do more. And so when I started that, this is a long story. I don't even know why I'm going into all of this because I didn't think I was going to, but as we started moving forward, I decided, I had a lady call me up and said, hey, many years back, you did some consulting with me. And she said, and I'd like to hire you again to do that. And I thought, okay. So I went to her house and I was telling her different ideas to do with her house. And we picked out the color. It was really easy. And she said, you know, you really should do this. Now I don't even know her name. I can't give her all of that. But she said, you should really do this for a living. You have a talent with it. And I think that you could do this. So I went home, I thought about it, and that's where Elegant Interiors came alive. And that's exactly what it was called. It was Elegant Interiors by Tabitha Yount. And that was many, many years ago. That was probably in 2009. And so I did a lot of consulting at that time. You learn a lot by doing that. And I decided what I wanted to do. So I would stay at home with the girls and then I would consult for extra money. It was just an easy thing. It was something I absolutely loved. I probably would have done it for free if people would have come along, but people came along and they said, Tabitha, you've got to do this. So moving all these years, that's what I did, is consulting. But over the years, I noticed a certain common theme with that, okay? I noticed the same questions were being asked over and over and over. I noticed that most people were saying, Tabitha, what, these colors and these different things. But I'm going to go through the three things. Sorry, there's lots of people texting me. I would see the common thread of the same questions being asked over and over as I go through hundreds and hundreds of homes. In fact, it's so funny because the girls will go to different neighborhoods and they're like, Mom, what house have you seen in this neighborhood? Because I've been to so many homes over the years, which I absolutely love doing, and I still continue to love doing it. Yesterday I did consultations as well, and that's something that I love doing. But I noticed a common thread, and it's still to this day, all these years and years and years later, 15 plus years, I've noticed the same common thread and the same common questions that people ask me. And it's so funny to me because I thought, this is easy. I don't understand why, people can't pick up on this, or they can't get that when they go to the home stores and things like that. But the three common questions that I get, the very number one is color. The very number color, I get color asked every single time I walk into somebody's house. The first thing they say is, do you like my color on my walls? And I don't know if it's just confidence or just knowing what colors, because let's be honest, color is not an easy thing to do. A lot of people can't achieve that. It's overwhelming. You go into Sherwin-Williams and all the different places, and you're like, oh, there's so many beautiful colors. But as we all have been there, where you put the same color on your wall and it doesn't look like what you were thinking it was going to look like. So the number one, I would say, is color. So we started consulting with people with color, and that really come really strong. People loved it. They would get the colors and I would help them, and then they'd come out and they'd text me back and call me back and say, these colors are fantastic, Tabitha. So I noticed that was the number one thing. And then once they got me in their homes and they were like, yeah, I love this color. This is great. This is fantastic. The next question that came up is, what about my decor? Yep. It's a snowball effect. I know it. You know it. Is when you start doing color and you start having somebody look at all this stuff. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Amy. You know that it's like, okay, I have the color right, but now I need my accessories. A floral. Where do I put a floral? How big is my artwork supposed to be? Is it the right colors of artwork? Do you like my drapery? It's all the accessories. So it came down to saying, oh, I need bigger lamps, or do you think I need smaller lamps there? So those are the common things. It was, color. And then once color hit, then they were like, what do you think about my artwork? What do you think about my accessories? So that was another common theme. I mean, they were asking me all kinds of questions. And the number one thing that I realized that people had, especially women and men, because I have lots of customers that are men, is that they would say, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I go into Nail Hills, I go into Kirkland's, I go into Hobby Lobby, and I get in there and I get excited and I see all these beautiful things. And some of them they have purchased. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know how many houses I've been into, and I walk into the rooms and they have a room full of decor that they have bought over the years, but they don't know what to do with it. Yeah. And they'll say, Tabitha, I just didn't know if that looked right. I don't know if that felt right. Do you think that it's too big? Do you think it's too small? Do you think it's the right color? Do you think it's all the different things, to rugs, to the accessories, to the drapery, to all the things? And I just kept finding that common thread. And then the third thing that people would come up with is furniture. Yes, I'm going to say it. And I know I get this a lot. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Donna. I literally would hear this from husbands more than women. They would go out shopping for their furniture. It more than likely will be too big and for the space. And they just didn't know how to put it together or what to buy. And when they bought it, should I go with leather? Should I go with fabrics? How much is too much? What's not enough? All the common things. And then the second thing I would say with furniture is, how do I place it in my home? I just don't know how to make it look right. Do I have too much furniture? Which is a common theme that I see with a lot of people. So I kept getting asked all of these individual questions over years, over and over again. And so it's funny, back in, I looked it up before I got on here because I knew you guys would want to know this. I made this Facebook page in December 8th of 2009, I gotta say, and I didn't do much with it. I'd get on it every once in a while and I'd post and I'd do some different things. And it was about 5 years ago that I thought, you know what, I'm gonna really ramp this up and see if I can touch people and answer some of these 3 common questions as much as I possibly can. And so I started that. I'd had it all those years and not really done nothing with this page that we're on right now. I hadn't done much with it. But what I decided is one day I was like, you know what? I could reach more people and teach them how to do these and to do all the things if I just had a platform. Well, was I wrong? I was right on it. Jason was like, what are you doing? And the girls were like, Mom, you're all over Facebook. What are you doing? And it was so funny because I would get on there and I would post and people would comment and the page grew. Literally, I had maybe 200 people, maybe those friends and family that really got on here and liked me. But over the past 5 years, we have grown to like, I don't know how many events on here. I didn't even look. I should have looked before. Like 37,000 people. And it's been amazing. All over the United States, people have come on here, asked me questions. They have been inspired and done all the things. But I still, even doing this and posting every single day and showing you guys all the things, I still get asked these 3 common questions. And of course, the common questions, there's lots of questions underneath that umbrella, if that makes sense. So I thought to myself one day, what is it that I'm trying to do here? What is it that I'm trying to do on Facebook? My Instagram at the time had been growing as well. I tried posting on that and doing different things and I would go live and all the things. But recently it was hacked and it was shut down. So it's not near as big as my Facebook, but you get the same common denominator of what I'm trying to say. I would get on there and Jason would say, what are you doing, Tabitha? What are you trying to do here? And I always just try to Grace, I'm on a live. And so the same common themes would keep coming up. So I decided to come up with the Elegant Community. And it just came to me as a thought. It would be a paid community that we would go into and I would answer all these things. I would literally come in there and inspire you once a week and do posts and things like that. And I wanted a platform where people could come in there and they could get closer to me, ask me all the questions that get them stuck at an affordable price because I'm only one person. I can only go to so many houses and do all the things and post on here so much. So I made the Elegant Community 3 years ago. It was the best decision that I had ever made in my career because the women that got in there were very reluctant to get in there, but they were like, what if I don't like it? What if I do, what if, all these things. And so, of course, you could always get out. That was one of the things. But when I made it, I wanted to be able to go in there and answer the common questions that people get stuck at an affordable price. And that you could actually have more deeper conversations with me about your homes. You could post pictures. I can inspire you by doing the things. I wanted to be able to inspire you. I wanted to be able to teach you and give you a little bit more lessons one-on-one. And that's exactly what it has done. And over the 3 years, I'm here to tell you, it has grown and it has grown and it has grown. And it has just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And I cannot be more happy. If there's one of the things that I'd say, well, I shouldn't say one of the things that I've done in my career. I think the number one thing would be working with Jason. It's been really an experience working with my husband every single day. And if you haven't done it, you should. It really makes you grow as a person. But I think that's the number one. And probably the number second thing that I've done is to get the Elegant Community going. And one of the reasons is because it's an affordable price to work with an interior designer, somebody that's experienced, that has experience in that, answering all the questions, inspiring you, educating you. And it's been so inspiring because I see these women transforming their homes and doing all the things and they feel confident. They feel so confident in doing it. They get on there and they're like, Tabitha, I put that color on the wall. Tabitha, I took your advice and I got the drapes and they look amazing. I decorated my Christmas tree like you do. And all the little things, week after week, we go in there and we talk and we teach and we inspire and we educate and we honestly give you confidence in decorating. Now, I will have to say, That was the main purpose of the interior, the interior design, the elegant community. The second thing I will say is I have learned just as much as they have. These women teach me new things. We teach each other new things. We get to talk, we get to converse, we get to do all the things about decorating and making our homes exactly the way we wanted them. And it's so inspiring to me because I've learned just as much as they have. And it's insane how much I have learned. It's just crazy, and how much they have learned. And I get week after week and time after time just saying, Tabitha, you've inspired me to do this, and you can't imagine what my house looks like now. So I really wanted to come on here and say all of this to say this, is that if you have ever thought about getting in the elegant community, it's $17 a month, and it's well worth that. I wanted to keep it at an affordable price that people could go in there and get inspired, and we could do more of this like we're doing now, more one-on-one, answering questions. People post pictures of their houses, and I give them, insight of what I would do and how I would do it and where to go and where to buy it and what sizes to do and all the things. So if you've ever thought about doing that, then you should now. This is the time to come in. We've talked about, we really are changing it up this year. We have great guest speakers. We have all the things to teach you guys how to do and inspire you and give you the confidence. Now, I gotta say, there's some of them that are in there, they literally do lots of decorating and all the things just as well. And it inspires all of us. It really does. It's insane how much we inspire each other. So I want you to know that it is open, and we want you guys to get in there. It's $17 a month. If you don't like it, the worst case scenario, you just get out of it. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the next couple of days. But I really want you to ask yourself, do you really want help decorating? Do you really want somebody just to bounce ideas off of? Do you want to know what you're doing with the room full of stuff that you don't know what to do with? Get in there and try it out. See what you think. See what how you feel about it. The worst case scenario, you get out of it, and you have wasted $17, which I honestly think it is totally worth it. People love it. They absolutely go in there and they're like, this is the best thing we have ever done, an investment we've done. So get in there. I think the link is somewhere here. I think it is. If you have any questions about it, make sure you go down below here and ask me what questions you have. It's so funny because I get tons of questions about this monthly. What is this? What do you get? And all the different things. So we're going to be talking about all the different things you get in the elegant community, not just inspiration, confidence, and all the things. I'm going to be talking about all the different things. But remember, if you have asked yourself these questions and you want an environment that you want to go in there and you want to be inspired and do all the things, you want to do those, then this is the place for you. It's at an affordable cost. You can go in there and ask me at any point, and we'll go back in there and I answer questions as much as I possibly can in there. And I also come on there and give you inspiration once a week on a live and pictures and posts. So if you want more of me and you want more of what we are doing on this main page, then go in there. I just can honestly say, just go in there and try it. It's an affordable price. So make sure you're sharing with your friends and family, because who doesn't want to hear this, right? Who doesn't want to hear me talk? And if anything, it'll put you to sleep. So, okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions about the elegant community, leave them below. I'll answer some of them. And I will see you guys this afternoon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.